Greeting all. Today our presentation is based on technology tools for teacher and it will focus on enhancing learning, digital literacy and well-being. Now in our presentation we'll explain how digital tools can improve classroom engagement, support responsible technology use, and help students maintain a healthy balance with screen time. Alright, so here's a little concept map of what we'll go through during this presentation. First, we identify the main technology tools and how they support teaching and learning. Then we'll discuss digital literacy and digital well-being. After that, we'll be presenting on a practical classroom implementation plan for a grade 10 spreadsheet lesson. And finally, we'll examine likely challenges and practical solutions. So I hope you learned something new. Alright, so why technology tools matter? Have you ever questioned yourself? So let me enlighten you. Digital tools are valuable because they help students become more interested in involving in learning or the process of learning. They allow teachers to use visuals, online discussion, quizzes, and quiz feedbacks. However, the teacher remains the guide in the classroom and technology do not replace the teacher in any sense. Now, the aim is not to use technology for show, but is to be meaningful to make learning clear and more active and more organized so that students can now have a, a nice environment and energetic tools to learn their concept. Now, our first tool we look at today is the Google Classroom. Now, at a teacher in training, our lecturers, they use Google Classroom. So let's explain what it is really. Now, this function as a learning management system. It helps educators to distribute their notes, post assignments, communicate with students, also providing feedback in one organized place. In the aspect of the grade 10 spreadsheet lesson, the teacher can upload notes and example before class and allow students to submit complete worksheets or spreadsheet activity online. Now this improves the organization, the accountability, and this helps the students to have a sense of, enthusiasm to enter the classroom to complete these tasks and to actually do their work on time. So now I will hand over to my colleague, Ms. Bromel, who will continue our presentation.
Thank you, Ms. Basad. Hello, everyone. I am Veda Bromel. Here we can see in this slide, we're talking about Kahoot. And we can see that Kahoot is useful for reviewing lesson content in a fun and interactive way. With the use of Kahoot, students will be able to answer questions and receive immediate feedback. This can also help teachers to identify areas of misunderstanding quickly. For example, after a spreadsheet lesson, a short Kahoot test can test terms such as cell, row, column, formula, formatting, and data organization. Alright, so here in this slide, we're talking about another tool, and this one is called Nearpod. So Nearpod allow teachers to create interactive lessons that include questions, videos, and live student responses. Right? This means that the students are not only watching the lesson, but they're also participating in it. Right? This can help the teacher now to monitor responses and to adjust the lesson immediately. Right? This is especially useful when students have different levels of understanding. Here in this slide, I will be talking about Edmodo. So you might be wondering what is Edmodo and how can this be used? So Edmodo provides a safe online space where teachers and students can communicate and collaborate. It supports discussions, sharing of resources, and also continuous learning outside of the physical classroom. In practice, students can discuss spreadsheets, tasks, they can ask questions and also support one another under the teacher's supervision. Now I'll hand you over to my other colleague who is going to take you to another part of our presentation.
Ensuring digital well-being. Digital well-being is about maintaining a healthy relationship with technology. Schools and teachers must help students avoid screen fatigue, online harm, distraction, and unhealthy overuse. Practical steps include limiting screen time during lessons, adding offline tasks, encouraging short breaks, promoting good posture, and teaching respectful online behavior. Now we're going to look at the practical implementation plan. Grade 10 IT Introduction to Spreadsheet. This practical plan applies technology tool to a grade 10 information technology lesson on Introduction to Spreadsheet. So this lesson lasts 60 minutes, 1 hour. The teacher introduces the topic using Google Classroom, guides students through entering and formatting data, assesses understanding with a Kahoot quiz, and ends by reviewing common mistakes. The objectives are for students to enter and format data, organize information, and demonstrate responsible use of digital tools.
This lesson improves learning because students are actively involved. Google Classroom supports access to notes and examples. The practical spreadsheet activity develops hands-on skill. Kahoot provides quick feedback so errors can be corrected immediately. Digital well-being is also included through short pauses, posture, reminders, and purposeful rather than excessive technology use. Technology integration can create challenges. Some students may not have access to a device, so group work can be used. If the internet is unreliable, offline resources should be ready. To reduce distractions, tasks must be structured and monitored. If students lack digital skills, the teacher should provide step-by-step instructions and continuous support.
In conclusion, technology tools such as Google Classroom, Kahoot, Nearpod, and Edmodo can improve teaching and learning when they are used with clear purpose. They support engagement, organization, feedback, and collaboration. At the same time, teachers must teach digital literacy and promote digital well-being so students can use technology safely, responsibly, and effectively. These are the references listed in the group assignment document and the template attribution. The presentation content was developed from the group document and organized into simple points suitable for this oral presentation. I would like to thank you for listening.